very important trial for our law firm. In fact, it involved a very close personal friend of mine that I've known since the 3rd grade. So obviously the case was extremely important to me for that reason, but also for the reason that it involved his livelihood and essentially meant whether or not he could be able to stay in business or not if we prevailed or didn't prevail. And it was a condemnation case. And the essence of the dispute with the condemnation with the North Carolina Department of Transportation was John and Mark Bullard owned a very nice apartment complex right where the new 295 loop was going to be extended from Ramsey Street to the All-American off Murchison Road. And at this particular point, in addition to the 295, there were going to be several big interchanges there and a huge road there, 70 feet high, the off-road being 50 feet high to 25 feet high within 18 feet of their property line. And the DOT was essentially saying that they only took 30 of the 57 apartments as a result of this condemnation. We were contending that it was a total taking. I wanted to do a model of the property to show just how big this road was going to be in relation to the apartments. And my legal assistant, Linda Williams, who's been doing this a while, I asked her to call Walter Vick, who was an architect, because I knew that architects were always doing models and renderings of what a project is going to look like, and asked him who was good to do that. He referred us to, he said not to do a model, he referred us to Smart Home Solutions, Ralph Locklear and his staff, and they came in and made a presentation to us saying you need to use the computer assisted diagram, or CAD, to show the jury, because it will be in 3D and it will be more productive and it will be more flexible. My legal assistant immediately bought into it and strongly encouraged us to do it. I finally bought into the program, and boy, I'm glad I did. We had a very good verdict. We were able to get in 80 to 90% of the work that Ralph did, and it was excellent work. They really captured the essence of what this project was going to look like, and he is more than welcome to put this on the website and show people, because it was done in an open courtroom and it was a public record, and he's more than welcome to use it. In that regard, I'm sure the Bullards would not mind at all. They were very grateful for the work. As an attorney, I can tell you that I've put up many an exhibit in the courtroom, and this is without a doubt one of the most effective exhibits that I've ever seen. The judge that tried the case made the point to come and tell me, Judge Ammons, who's a Superior Court judge who tries a lot of cases, he made it a point to tell me that was one of the most impressive exhibits he'd ever seen, and actually complimented us for doing something groundbreaking and novel, because this actual approach had not been used in the courtroom before the condemnation case. As it turns out, the Department of Transportation was very impressed with it also, and it's something that may work to their advantage in the future, and they're interested in using it. A lot of attorneys have called me about it, and I've highly recommended Smart Home Solutions as a group that can make this exhibit. They are professional, they're easy to work with, they have extremely good ethics, and they're very reasonable on their pricing. I mean, they're good and they deserve to get a good fee for what they do, but they're very reasonable with their pricing. as it relates to the market. And I just can't begin to tell you what a joy it was to work with them. They came over. We made numerous changes in the drafts. They didn't hesitate to make those changes. They worked with us every step of the way, and a lot of times I can be somewhat of a pain when it comes to being exact on an exhibit, and they took my constructive criticism to heart and actually worked very hand in hand with us to make the exhibit all it could be. I know that my clients, the Bullards, are extremely grateful to them for their work they did on this case, as are the attorneys, and my legal assistant is beaming with pride because, frankly, she was the one that pushed us to do the project this way. I would be happy to talk with anybody that was interested in doing this type of exhibit or having this firm work for them. I would highly recommend them. I'd highly recommend their ethics, their professionalism, and their complete candor and their integrity and their discretion. I don't know what else more I can say except they're wonderful people.